SourKidsProductions.
Yo, everybody, what's good? It's your boy, Richard Ray, the host of the Richard Ray Uncensored Show, the show and the podcast that your friends and family members continue to talk about. Listen in, subscribe, love, like, and enjoy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Richard Ray Uncensored Show.
Yes, sir.
The podcast your friends and family keep talking about. And today we have the lovely and illustrious and beautiful Teri Hearte. Did I say hilarious?
You just did.
I did.
You just said it.
I did.
You just said it.
We got the hilarious Teri Hearte on the show this evening, man. I would say where she from, but we're going to say that for later because we done had a whole, debacle in regards to how I should say it. So I'm not going to confuse everybody on how to say it. I'm going to just let her, we're going to interview her and we're going to just get to it. All right? Ken, what we doing? What we doing today? What you got for me today? I ain't even going to lie to you. Whatever's in my cup got me feeling kind of lovely. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Is that Duce?
Bruh, I ain't want to say the name because they ain't paying me to say that name.
Oh, Ken got a mic. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why I thought he was singing.
My boy Ken is always on my show.
I thought he was singing over there.
You know what? You know, we used to actually have a segment.
It be like that, bro.
We used to have a segment called Kenny's Question, right? But he hasn't brought any weird ass questions to the show.
Yeah, I got canceled.
No, you canceled yourself.
Damn, Kenny.
He canceled himself. So don't say you got canceled, Ken. Shit.
You ain't been on Twitter, man. I got canceled.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you got canceled.
What I think about you. Welcome to the show, Teri. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
She's doing very well. How was your trip? It was good?
It was good. I love Dallas. I love Dallas.
Where you from?
I'm from Columbus, Mississippi.
Columbus, Mississippi.
But I live in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham,
205.
Alabama. You said what?
The 205.
First
The
48.
205.
Goddamn first 48, man.
The first 48, man. Hey, y'all know that. Hey, y'all heard that voice before. That's my boy JB. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, y'all?
You know, y'all ain't gonna see him
I'm in
on
the
camera.
backdrop today.
JB is my handler today.
I'm just in the cut. Something like that. I'll be whatever I got to be for a trip to be whatever. I'll be the handler, whatever I got to be.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what the fuck he just said, but it's okay. Hey, but you know what, guys?
He drinking too. He drinking too.
Hey, this is the Richard Ray show. This is the Richard Ray Uncensored show. After hours, man. I don't really know. Like, it hasn't even gotten really vulgar. Only reason why we say uncensored is because anything is on the table. Any and everything is on the table to be talked about. So you got to expect the unexpected when it comes down to the Richard Ray Uncensored show. Now, normally sing, but I'm glad I'm not actually doing that today. I really like this vibe. I really like what Kenny got going right now. It's setting that after hours and that grown and sexy type of vibe. What y'all think?
Yeah, he can keep the music. Like he can keep the music.
He can do whatever he want to do. You know, he is the CEO. You know, ain't that right, Ken?
That's right.
Oh, they're right.
You heard it. You said it like a CEO too. They're right.
Hey, absolutely. So, Teri, you know, I know you was out here for it. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about how me and Teri met. Actually, right? It was JB and Teri was on the live, and it actually just popped up on my phone, and I just happened to just request to be available to be put into the show. And she just happens to tell me, hey, I'm gonna be in Dallas in the next couple of weeks. You know, I would like to be on your show. Now, I don't know, actually, no, she didn't know I had a podcast at this point. We had a conversation a little bit, you know. She said, what you do? So I got a podcast. She said, I'm be in Dallas in a couple of weeks, you know. I'm like, all right, come on to the show. She's like, all right, cool. And you know what? What's crazy is the fact that it's not really crazy, but you know, in this type of industry, right? You know, many people really don't stick to that word.
Boy,
right?
You said some shit then, Rich.
And man, I know it. And so what she did was, I honestly, I didn't know she was on a plane. Honestly, I think everybody drive because I drive trucks, right? But I called. I'm like, let me make sure, you know what I'm saying, we still good because I know she was getting in on Friday. And I was like, well, shit, I don't know what time. Because I actually hit my boy up. I was like, Ken, hey, you know what I'm saying? Can we have an 11 p.m. show?
Yeah.
Because she said she's going to be here by 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Let her get herself together. And then we'll come in and, you know, do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And then she actually calls me on Instagram. Video call, you know, pretty little face. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Teri, how you doing, baby? And she said, I'm landed. You know, I just landed and things like that. And so she said, I'll keep you posted on, you know, when I come onto the show. And I'm like, all right, bet. And so, ironically, everybody's having car problems except for me.
Bruh.
So my boy JB was supposed to pick her up, you know, bring her to the show. So I had to. So I'm in Fort Worth. I'm calling. It's probably like 2 hours before the show. I'm all the way in Fort Worth, and I got to drop my son off at his mama house because I had took him and his siblings and my little cousin over to the trampoline park, and I was sitting over at my auntie and uncle house because my uncle is he's low key a chef. Like he can cook. When I tell you. Shit, he got me eating shit I don't ever eat. You know what I'm saying? you know that motherfucker good at cooking. When motherfucker get you to eat something that you don't ever eat. And so he my auntie, he teaches. My auntie can cook. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't on his level. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so Teri texted me and she said, "Hey, you heard from JB?" I'm like, "No, what's going on?" She said, "Well, I know he was having car problems earlier. And I haven't heard from him lately." I'm like, "All right, bet." So I called him. He answered the phone. When I called you the first time, was you able to hear me?
I didn't. I was putting the keys in the door to come in the house.
Oh, because I could have sworn it was your voicemail. I was like, "Hello, hello."
Might have been.
No, because the way that you answered the phone the second time is the same way you answered the same way you answered the phone the first time.
No, I hung up.
But I thought I heard a beep.
No, I hung up.
And I was like, I was gonna leave a voicemail. I'm like, hold on, no, what the fuck am I doing? So. I'm just thankful that everything worked out. So I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know, even though I'm the chauffeur for the night. You feel me?
Yeah, you had to come.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to come and pick everybody up. You feel? So I had to leave forward. So I had to drive like 20 minutes to take my son to the house.
Come back another 20.
And then I had to come back. Technically, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was like a 40-minute drive. I turned it down to like a 30.
You got there quick though, because you hit me up. I said, how far are you? You said 30 minutes. You was there 30 minutes, bro.
I'm glad you didn't mind.
No, hey,
my nigga, a good nigga, man.
This is my thing. Like when I pride myself on being a man of my word.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Regardless of what everybody else got going on. Right. I could find excuses. I could have said, "Well, shit, I'm tired."
Yeah.
I ain't got no gas. God damn, that's a lot of driving. I could have made any kind of excuse, but
but you said, "Send me your location."
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Send me your location. That's all. That's all I needed to know because when it really flows back into yesterday's show. Didn't I just have a show yesterday, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
And
ain't bullshit. How many you doing a week, bro? Like shows.
This is the most I've done in a week. Like literally back to back.
Back to back.
Like two. Like I show yesterday and show today.
Oh, shit, you stockpile now though for real.
Yeah, I'm good for the next 2
2-3 weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so then
on top of that, 20 next week, right?
Huh?
You're doing 20 next week, right?
As many as I gotta do.
Sit in where I be on the road. I go back on tour on the 4th. We got Memphis and shit like that. But you already know when I ain't on the road, I'm gonna be in this bitch with you.
Absolutely. And what's crazy is because of you two, I got more followers.
For real, but that's what we do though. That was the goal we set out. We go live at midnight.
Yeah.
And we drop gems.
Yeah.
And we got like Selena J, we got Flow So Amazing. Other people that be on the live too, bro. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Bro.
And we just be bridging the gap. Just linking people together, bro.
Absolutely. And
the power of social media.
JB said the interview was about me.
Well, it is, but it is.
We got to see. Listen. So
he warming it up.
Well, so what
he's right though. We do that. He's right.
We just bring. Didn't I say it's unexpected? You asked me earlier what we gonna be talking about, and I said, "Shit,
what we got? That's what I said.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I let the interview dictate the conversation. You feel me? But because of y'all, I got somebody else like in another couple of weeks wanting to come on to the show.
What? That's good.
So I see naturally, I'm a very energetic person. I love people, but then I hate people at the same time. Let's just be honest.
I am.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I can be around you.
Yeah.
But then I can be without you.
And then for how long too?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so I can be around a whole group of people for about an hour before I'm ready to leave. You feel me?
But after that.
Shit.
An hour really not that long.
I don't care. I see. I've exuded so much energy within that hour. You know what I'm saying? And I've become sensory overloaded because all the loud noise. So I'm not really good with a whole lot of loud noises. The best loud noise that I'm good with for over an hour is going to be the bass out my car, and that's only before one of my speakers blew, and I got to get that replaced.
It says always something out there.
It's always something. So, Teri, we finna get to you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. Are you warm enough right now?
Yeah, I am actually.
Cause it's kind of getting stuffy in here right now. It's kind of.
It's stuffy.
Yeah,
It's hot?
you know that little crevice behind your knees.
It's hot to you?
Yeah, it's kind of the crevice behind my knees
Well,
sweating.
maybe I feel like that because
might be that fabric, bro.
The back of my knees sweating. You know what I'm saying?
maybe I feel like that because I'm by the door.
Huh?
Maybe I feel
that's
it's
probably
still
why.
like cool, like it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. All right,
But if y'all are hot, I'm gonna have my coat.
No. I'm good. I'm an athlete at heart, so I'm gonna get through anything I need to get through.
Wait, don't you have a shirt on under that?
Leave me alone.
You don't?
Leave me alone, Teri.
Because JB, you can take
Leave me alone, Teri.
you can take your coat off.
Shit, I ain't taking my ass off. I'm good.
What's under your shirt? A frog?
Supreme.
Man.
He said a frog.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Listen.
Yeah,
I ain't never
yeah.
told nobody this before.
Yeah, everything, bro.
I ain't never told nobody this before. Right? So my family used to actually call me Kermit when I was little.
For real?
Yeah,
Why? Because you kind of favor him a little?
I guess. I'm a sexy ass grown man now. Don't play with me, Teri.
Okay.
I said flavor. I don't favor Kermit no more. All right. My head actually fit my body now. All right.
I'm
So
gonna do a
What's
side
up?
by side image.
huh?
I'm gonna do a side by side image.
Hey Ken, man. I truly appreciate you. I really do.
Appreciate you
Every
too, man.
week you make my show look better and better. And I can definitely, and I told you this yesterday, and I'm gonna give you props every single time I get on my show from this point on,
Okay.
right? Because my show wouldn't be where it is without you. You know, it's growing every single week, and you doing your thug thizzle, man. And I'm proud of you on how committed you are and how your platform is growing.
Appreciate it.
Only thing I don't like about your platform is that I'm not a part owner, but it's okay.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
We got time.
We got time.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time. Time don't wait for nobody. You feel
Yeah.
me?
That is true. Ooh, that's true.
So Teri,
Too true.
tell us a little bit about you. So you know,
Tell me what you want to know.
from the live that we did, you funny. You funny.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing what you do in comedy?
Well, as far as stand-up, March will actually be year 5 for me doing stand-up.
Year 5. So
Mhm.
what initiated you to want to be able to get into it?
I wanted to do comedy my whole life. You know how like some people grow up in a house full of like music, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
everybody sing, or
Yeah.
or like a military family or something like that. I grew up in a house where my parents never like shielded me from watching stand up. I would watch stand up with my parents, so I was like 6 and 7, repeating Bernie Mac jokes. So
Oh man.
like
I pull my dick out and this whole room go dark.
you know how they be like, come in here and do your little dance. They be like, come here and tell me the Bernie Mac joke.
Yeah.
So
You be ready.
yeah.
So would you say Brady
Him
Mac
downstairs.
is
So yeah, I always want to be a comedian.
So is Bernie Mac your ace, like your number one? or
He's
no?
one of them. I say he's one of them.
So give me some more.
I like a little bit of everybody.
Everybody ain't funny though.
Everybody's not
You
funny,
ready
but I
right
like
there?
people for different reasons. So like Michael Collier. A lot of people know Michael Collier is one of my
I like
favorite.
Mike, though. Showboat.
I
Oh,
love
House Party.
I
You
just
like him?
love him.
He just raw in the
Because-
cut.
We ain't talking about you, JB.
Cause
This ain't about you, JB.
You're right, brother. My fault.
his style is different. It's like he isn't like anybody else
Okay.
to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a very unique style. It's always been really authentic. I really love that.
Okay.
I'm a Steve Harvey fan.
Why?
It's Big Papa. It's Uncle Steve.
I love it when they call me Big Pop.
It's Uncle Steve.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we'll stay there. We'll stay there.
So why bring him back then?
I mean, have you ever heard?
Ain't no question. Ain't no question.
I mean,
And you said everybody is different. I want to know why you choose Bernie Mac. I know why I choose Bernie Mac.
Because he was never afraid to say anything.
Perfect. He wasn't.
And it's like now how comedy is, like the state of comedy is like some of those real and raw comedians that we've always loved.
Yeah.
They get scared. And I just imagine like if he was here, like he'll still be like, y'all, ain't none of that.
Yeah.
He's still saying every word he ever said.
Yeah.
Telling all the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I respect it. And I love Marlon Wayans. I love Marlon Wayans.
Okay.
I love
Why? Cause I'm trying to. I've never found him to be hilarious.
Really? But see, here's the thing. It's not about just funny. It's not about just funny. Like with me.
Yeah.
It's a whole package. My thing with Marlon, like I got to meet him and I broke down crying because I met him right after my dad passed. Okay. So I like I had never been lost for words before, but when he spoke, I like froze. I was like, hi.
Yeah.
Hi. But he's always been like representation to me of you can be yourself, whether it's quirky or weird or whatever, and still be successful, like wildly successful. And because I'm like that, like we all got our ways, but I'm how I am. You know what I mean? But being able to just be goofy and silly and it not necessarily funny to everybody, but be like, yeah, I still can direct and produce movies. I'm still, you know what I'm
saying? So it's deep. Okay, so
it's not just the funny. It's the like, dang, I could really be myself and
absolutely
and make it.
And I think how you feel about Marlon is how I feel about Dave Chappelle.
That's fair.
Like that's exactly because no matter what Dave Chappelle is going to be Dave Chappelle, unapologetically,
right.
Right. And just his journey in regards to what's that dumbass movie they put out that was never really big?
Half Baked.
Yeah, Half Baked. You know what I'm saying?
I like that joint though.
Yeah, I do too. It really just tells his. It really just truly tells his versatility. His versatility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I love how every time that he is so like not just funny but genuine and everything that he does.
I didn't cut you off with that either. Yeah. But another one they sleep on with Dave Chappelle. You remember Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yeah.
Back in the day. That was his first joint. That what really made me fall in love with comedy.
I thought Half Baked was.
No, Robin.
Oh, you talking about stand up?
No, just movie stuff.
Okay.
We're just seeing Dave Chappelle on a big platform that really put him out there.
Eddie Griffin's another one like that for me.
One, most definitely.
What I like about comedians.
That's another one.
You are the first person that brought Eddie
really
up. Like he is hilarious.
But just like really can say whatever they want to say. Like I love that they just say whatever they want to say, and they be right. Like
that's the good part of it.
It's funny and it's the truth. They can
bag it up.
Yeah, they can back it up. It's funny and it's the truth. They stand on it. It's one thing to be funny. But being funny and then backpedaling, if you said it, you should be 10 toes about what you said.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be 10 toes about what I said, even if it's not funny. You don't gotta laugh at the joke.
Yeah.
The person behind you thought it was hilarious. That mean it's funny.
Absolutely.
When I wrote it, it was hilarious to me. That mean it's funny.
Absolutely. Man, I can say, man, that's one thing I could definitely appreciate about comedy is the fact of not only does it bring you laughter, but it brings you lessons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It brings a whole nother perspective to something that you believe that most people would believe is just like so gut wrenching.
Yeah.
But for a comedian to bring forward the importance of a topic and still make it funny, but still make it important and informative at the same time is what draws me in. And like I said, that's one of the things I absolutely love about Dave Chappelle. That's one thing I loved about Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Red Fox.
Yeah.
You feel
so
me?
You just naming the goats now.
But
you naming our grandfathers.
But the reason why they're the goats because they were unapologetically them.
That's true.
And it's hard not to mention them.
And that's like when people say
right.
when people say, they may not care for Steve Harvey. It's that same thing though. But when you get through with it, that man said what he said.
Yeah. And he stands on
it. He said what he said.
But Steve on a whole different level, if you ask me. I met Steve Harvey personally.
I did
Mr. Greg Calhoun.
I did Live from Times Square with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Steve's just a different beast, man.
He is.
Yeah, New Year's Eve 2020. I was on national TV live in New York.
Talking with him, bro. Yeah. Steve a different beast, bro.
I already know he is. And That's what I love, man. I love Steve, man, and just his mentality and just his work ethic. Everybody can say, a lot of people can say, "Oh, he's an Uncle Tom. He ain't no real nigga."
You can't please everybody.
Whatever.
You
But
can't please everybody. That man's a mogul. He found out how to make millions on top of millions just being himself.
You know
off of a few $100.
Off
a few $100. He
Not
said
even
he was
a few
down to a
$100.
lab, whatever. He got the call at the Apollo.
Yeah,
and that's what made him. He said, "I
But
was on the ticket with
it's about the $10 process.
Yep.
Mhm.
Right. The same.
That's what he say. That's what he say.
The way you make $10, you can make $100.
Same thing.
Well, the way you make $100, you can make $10. The way you make $1,000, the same way you made $100.
Which is it's easy to say when you're making $10 million at a time.
No,
but you're right.
But
you're right.
It's easy to say when you're making $10 million at a time. But coming from his background, when it comes down to being homeless,
came from nothing,
right? Because he didn't really get famous until after he was like 33.
Yeah,
down to 35 for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was up there.
Right. So the reality is that I guess at this point, the only thing I gotta say is that if you got a dream, don't give up as long as you're breathing.
Real. That's like I got a list of people, bro. Like I be keeping like Harrison Ford. He was 35 before he was a carpenter. Morgan Freeman's like 43 before he got his big break.
That nigga Morgan Freeman came out the womb.
You know what I'm saying? Like he did, but it just be motivation for me because I'm up there in age. And like someday I'm like, man, fuck this, but like I can't give up. You know what I mean? So I just keep going, man.
Yeah.
But I just love to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So, you said you've been doing comedy 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you grew up watching comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So although you grew up watching comedy, what initially made you say, what was that initial thing that made you get on stage? That made you do your first stand up?
Okay, so rest in peace, Teddy Ray. But I went to LA and I drove to LA to pursue my acting career.
Where you drove from?
From Mississippi.
For real?
Yeah, I drove from
Dedicated.
Mississippi. I drove from Mississippi to LA.
That's dedicated.
And I drive trucks for
29 hours.
Yeah, for real.
29 hours. And I'm out there having a blast, having the time of my life. Not really. It was a struggle, but enjoying the journey, you know what I mean? So we're hanging out at Comfort LA one night and we just talking. Teddy Ray and I, just a regular conversation. I was like, yo, funny. Somebody, you need a show or something. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy because I didn't know he was who he was. Yeah. And then when I like put it together, I was like, oh my God. And then we just ended up becoming really cool. And so we hung out again at the same place, like maybe a week later. And it's the first time I ever like talked to an actual comedian because I don't have that where I'm from. Like I didn't have any real life influence other than just like what I saw on TV, knowing I want to be a comedian. So when I talked to him, I was like, Teddy, I want to be a comedian. I never told nobody this but my parents. I want to be a comedian. Mm-hmm. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to even do that. That man looked me dead in my face and said, you just gotta do it.
Well, that sounds like a Dame Dash.
And I was like, okay. He was like, the only way to practice comedy is to practice comedy.
Absolutely.
And so when I was headed back to Mississippi from LA, I started making phone calls. I reached out to 3 other girls who had never done comedy, didn't even express an interest in it for real. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if I teach you how to be a comedian, will you do comedy? Like I'd never done it before, but I'm like, I studied. I'm like, I can tell you how to do this. Yeah. And they were all like, yeah. My friend was a DJ. I was like, you gonna DJ the comedy show? Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah. I called this place where I had a relationship. It was a bar. And I was like, I want to do a comedy show. And they were like, okay. We sold tickets and I hosted. So that was my first time ever doing anything. I hosted the show because I had already been hosting. I've been hosting since I was a child. Yeah. So getting on stage and talking in front of people was never the issue.
Anybody hiring?
So
yeah.
So that's how I got my start. Is hosting and like coaching other people to do comedy. And then I started doing it. And then when I moved to Birmingham, it just took off.
Okay.
Yep.
So one question I've never asked anybody, because this is going to be a powerful one.
Okay.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's the biggest cost you've had to pay pursuing your dream?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Bruh.
I quit my job and slept in my car.
quit your job and step in your car to pursue what you wanted to pursue?
Mm-hmm. I was like, from my understanding, comedy seems like it takes so long because most people are having to like work full-time jobs and all of that in between. Like it's not something that happens really fast.
Yeah.
And my logic was, well, you probably get there faster without the job. And that's kind of what happened. I quit the job and then I had all the time in the world. And when everybody else found out that I had quit my job to be a full-time comedian, once I started saying, I'm a full-time comedian, people started booking me. I was available. Yeah. I don't have to be the funniest person. God. You don't have to be the funniest one. Absolutely. It's so much so. It's God so much so that the same weekend, my last day of my job was a Friday. My very first time performing at the Start-On was that same Sunday. The same Sunday. Kerwin was like, want to do some time? I was like, do some time. Kerwin Claiborne said, you want to do time at the show?
Big shout out to Kerwin, man.
Kerwin really like, he believes in me. And that's how I really like start to get a little bit further. And so I started gaining all these different relationships and stuff.
You just said something.
My network
and
went
it's hard to
stupid.
Get people to believe in you, T.
Yeah. You know my network went stupid. So.
Yeah, Kerwin helped me out, bro, 2 years ago. I stopped doing what I was doing. You know my situation.
Yeah.
Pulled back from it. Called my guy. Hey, what's up, Pope? Oh, we got a show. Where I need to be at? Well, we got 6 shows for you.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, anytime like right now at this very moment.
Rest was a rap.
At this very moment, I'm technically on tour with Kerwin. I could just pull up at whatever show I want to.
Kerwin a real dude, man.
You know what's crazy is the fact that sometimes when people are chasing a dream or not chasing, I'm sorry. Pursuing.
I had to stop you with that, bro.
Right.
We ain't
I'm not running from it.
Kid, did not correct myself yesterday.
We ain't chasing nothing, dog.
So
because it's not running from me.
Exactly.
It's meeting me.
Yep.
In the pursuit of a dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else is going to believe in you before you believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes more.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to believe. I don't remember who said this because I heard this years ago. Sometimes you have to believe in somebody's belief of you in order for you to start believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's probably one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in my life. And so because so many people have believed in me over the years.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to believe in myself so many times, but the reality is the fact that I had to find my voice on what I wanted to do, right? I never thought about doing a podcast. But look at what I'm doing.
A podcast.
Podcast.
Great job, bro. Like, I watch your shit every week.
And
I be waiting on your shit to drop. I'm like, what my guy got dropping this week?
Bro, like I love every single second of it because I feel like it's me.
And it made me feel good. I can sit back and talk back with you and cross-reference like, hey, bro, with this episode, I like this, but let's try to do it like this. And you be like, bet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even though I have a vision and I have the dream, doesn't mean that I have all the pieces and the parts.
Yeah.
That's why I puzzle though. You don't know how it gonna be. You just gotta pull it out there and just go at it, bro.
Teri, how comfortable is these waffle bubble shoes you got on?
There, hold on, let me get them.
show.
These are the no name.
They're the easiest.
They're literally called size 7.
They're the easiest.
They're size
7. She said them salmons.
And these are Teri Hearte Airport Slide 7s. Get you a pair right now on my website.
Hey,
the T7, not the camera.
This is Teri Hearte Airport Slide 7.
Hey, these are THA 7s.
And they are so comfortable.
Hey.
And
let me see.
She took them bitches off, bro. She had them on. She had them on since Thursday.
Let me see one.
I have not.
Well, since Friday.
Those are the
Teri
Hearte Airport Slide 7s.
Okay, so the
TP7.
THAS
7s. All right, everybody go get you a pair.
No Frontier.
Sponsored by, I wish I could say sponsored by Southwest, but
it's coming though.
How comfortable are they?
They're really comfortable.
Scale 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, they're probably like 8.5.
That'll work then.
Should they be on QVC?
No.
No.
I got them out the middle of the mall. You know, with the kiosk. Yeah.
Pop-up shop.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You want to feel comfortable? You want to feel waffle bubbles on your feet?
Oh my gosh.
These are the Teri Hearte
golf ball joints.
They kind of do like golf ball.
They like golf ball.
7s. All right, go get you a pair.
They only come in one size.
They only come
in one color.
Oh, hey, y'all, Jesus, hey, listen.
Thanks.
I knew I was gonna have a good time tonight, but bruh, I am dying right now. Like hold on.
He had Charlie Murphy. He got the white video. Glasses though.
Oh Jesus!
I do vlog for those of you watching.
She's a very good vlogger.
Where's your vlog?
Teri Hearte TV.
Teri Hearte TV
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Powered by Google.
Powered.
Okay.
By Google.
That's power. Then if you powered by Google, I ain't powered by Google yet, but you can Google me though.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you can Google me yet, but you can show Google.
You can definitely Google me.
If you got some shows, you can Google you, bro. If you got some episodes out, you Google.
I'm Google.
You Google. You Google approved. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm learning something new every day. How you feeling?
What else you got?
So that's why we be doing what we be doing when we go live at midnight, because people don't be knowing. Like with the like we doing the reels. Mm-hmm. I put them on game with that.
Yeah,
people been getting money.
Oh man, I'm looking to get some money.
Yeah, just gotta stay just persistent and consistent with it, bro. And you'll get the thing and start making bread with it.
Bad. So Teri, you asked me what else I got for you.
Yeah, I want to know what you got.
Okay, how was your plane ride?
Plane ride was good.
How long was it?
It was 2 hours.
2 hours?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half going back. I don't know.
That's good.
What the 30 minutes was.
That's straight.
Yeah, it's a nice ride.
An hour and a half going back.
And about going to Cali.
2 hours, just 2 hours. Okay. So yeah, I guess maybe an hour and 40. It was 2 hours. 2 hours. So it's true what they say. It's faster going home.
Yeah. It is. I don't know, man, because I drive trucks. That little last 2.5 hours be seeming like, God damn, when I'm gonna get home. I'll be out there in Rockwall heading back in. I'll be like, God damn, I only got 50 miles to go.
Yeah, this is my first flight of the year.
Okay. So in regards to your what's your goal? What's the bigger picture of your comedy?
World domination. No, I'm kidding.
She's cynical, ladies.
I looked at it to the camera. World domination.
That's the mindset.
But I mean, yeah. Like when you think about people when you think about Kevin Hart, when you think about Beyonce, even like it's certain names you can say them no matter where you are, and everybody's like, oh yeah, like we know who that is, we know what they're about.
Absolutely.
Like making money hand over fist. They are, at the top of their game.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. I want to be the greatest entertainer of all time.
Sound like me.
That's good.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm the greatest entertainer of all time.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the belief.
I can't refute it because I think the same.
Yes, I can't refute it. That is the goal.
You gotta have that mindset, bro.
Yeah.
If not, if you don't think like that, bro,
you're right.
If you don't think like that, you're gonna feel like you're under everybody.
Yeah. Like what else would there be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about a woman in comedy, like it's only so far. So far your mind go. You know what I'm saying?
I got Adele Gibbons and some more.
But even them, it's still only so far.
And Lunel, I can't forget her.
It's only so far they've made it in their career.
Absolutely.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not to the level of what I'm talking about.
You want to go past that pinnacle mark.
Like even with Tiffany Haddish, like
forgot about her. So you made a good point.
She still has only made it so far.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of short lived. Like it was like she was on top, she was the hype, and then y'all know how fickle people are. Yeah. They love you 1 minute and the next minute they don't. Like you'll never be everything to everybody.
That's why you gotta maximize every chance you get.
Right.
Every chance you get.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I want. World domination. I want people to give me $24 million to come do comedy in Dubai like they gave Beyonce.
Yeah. Pinky and the Brain, huh? Wasn't they go world domination?
Yeah.
It was.
No matter what.
Pinky and the Brain. Like that's what I want.
What like Pinky? Taking over the world.
Taking over the world.
Absolutely.
But you know what's crazy? They never show that cartoon no more. You gotta YouTube that shit, bro.
Of course, yeah.
It made you think.
No
matter how stupid the shit was, it made you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never forget that.
Yeah, I want to be the biggest comedian ever. Like there's not a female equivalent to Dave Chappelle.
No,
it ain't nigga equivalent.
But what I'm saying is there's
Absolutely.
not a woman where you be like, those two are the king and queen of comedy.
Yeah.
You would say that about Dave Chappelle, and then
You could have said that about Monique till she started talking.
I wouldn't even say she was a queen of comedy.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely.
even though she was queen of comedy.
You don't think so?
Easy, of course she
That's
was.
what I'm
saying.
She
You
was
don't
in the
think-
queen of
That's what I'm
comedy.
saying.
You don't think she was?
But when it comes,
No,
she wasn't. I love her, but she wasn't, because if she was, she wouldn't have reached. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have went through what she had to go
Right.
through.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that was a societal thing. That wasn't a her. To me, I appreciate.
No, she goddamn did talk a little too much.
She okay. Well, here's the thing though.
But
as a woman in comedy,
myself too.
As a woman in comedy, I appreciate whatever she did, however she did it. It wasn't like this was something she had an example for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was unprecedented. She made a way where now when it's my turn, I can say, well, Monique wasn't playing that, so you can't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got beat up and got bruised and took all the knots on the head, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I commend her, and whether we like her delivery or, you know, how long it had to go on or anything, she took it.
Absolutely.
She took it. And I don't think she was ever wrong about saying I deserve more.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be treated this way.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
She set boundaries, and Hollywood didn't like that.
Absolutely.
You better set boundaries, period.
So she stood on them, and now everybody having to spin the block.
Of course. And a lot of the time, man, when you set boundaries, people go haywire.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
right? You really gotta, you technically gotta reintroduce yourself for people to respect you on a different level, or disassociate yourself with the ones that you used to associate yourself with in order to be able to get to that different level. And sometimes now when you wanna go that route, it's not always gonna work out for the best for you.
Right.
But as long as you can be okay and say, you know what, I did what I had to do, and I'm proud of who I am. And I don't necessarily like where I ended up, but at the end of the day, I'm okay with who I've become, because I've had to grow as a person, right? Just look at how Monique actually grew as a person. She went from big girl glamorous, right, and just promoting, you know what I'm saying, big girl love and shit like that, to losing weight. It's like when she lost the weight, she developed a different mindset. Right, and when you develop a different mindset, you stop putting up with the shit that you used to put up with, and it's just like those people that in your life that used to do you however they wanted to do you because you let them do you, and then you wake up and say, "Nah, bitch."
And I think her losing weight, like making that comparison where you say like she changed her mindset. I'm gonna say that was very clearly her showing that she chose herself.
Of course, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? She never did it because everybody else said, like, she didn't do it until y'all wasn't talking about it no more.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Teri.
Well, before you ask the question, I was gonna say, Monique, when I made the Monique and Dave Chappelle comparison, when he set boundaries and he walked away, it was
that $50 million.
Right. It was like, oh my God. Monique said, I'm not doing that because you're not paying me to do that.
Yeah.
It was blackball her.
Yeah.
It's a decade.
Yeah.
So that's why I say there's not a female equivalent, because there's no woman that can say, I ain't doing that shit. And everybody be like, she said she ain't doing it. Won't play that. She said she ain't doing it, But we was riding with Dave.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to set boundaries and say what I am and ain't gonna do in the industry.
Absolutely.
And it'd be like, all hail Teri Hearte.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's why the question I was finna ask you, like, when it's all said and done, can you say you done it your way?
That's what I want.
Exactly.
And I feel like I operate like that now, so I set that standard as I go forward in my career.
Same thing with me. That's why I ask you that. Like, when it's all said and done, people ask me, how you do it, JB? My way.
Cause that's my personality.
Yeah.
Either I'm gonna do it or I'm not.
Or I'm not gonna do it.
And if it's not gonna happen the way I want it to happen,
I ain't with it.
Then if it's not because everybody working in their own best interest, right?
Absolutely.
Like, what's best for me is not your priority.
Exactly.
But it's mine.
Absolutely.
Now, if we can't make what's best for you and what's best for me align, we don't need to do this.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for you.
No need to.
I will work with you.
Yeah.
But I won't lay down for you.
You can't work against yourself either.
Right. I won't. Yes, I'll work with you, but I won't work against me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's my personality. So I think that's just a part of who I am, which works in my favor, I imagine, in business.
Okay. So 5 years. He do it because you were looking for world domination.
Not just world domination.
She's trying to live that pinky in the brain lifestyle.
And there's some more positive.
She's not.
There's some underlying positivity in there.
They don't get no power in that world domination. Who don't want to run the world?
We just not trying to run the world in the cage. We're trying to run the world, like free range chicken
too, though. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're reaching out and bringing people back with us.
Of course,
I really just want to have. I want to have everything that God got for me. Like, I want to see. I always say this. Like, people say life is too short. I always say it's too long. It's too long to be on this planet, going through life and not feeling like you reached your full potential. I want to know what the absolute best version of myself looks like.
That's true.
I want to know what I dress like. I want to know what I walk like, what I talk like, what I eat, who I'm around, like how much money I got. I want to know what kind of influence I have, how I impact people, how I change their life.
Yeah.
I want to know what my absolute highest self is.
But if you read the Bible, they'll tell you a day on earth is 1,000 days in heaven. So we got to vary our time, bro. I think about it every day. You in heaven, 1,000 days, one day on earth. So when God called you home, he said, shoot, you was on earth for however many years, you was up here with me. So that's my mindset on everything I do, bro. With that, 1,000 days in heaven is one day on earth. So you got to take it like what it is. But that just come with fine tuning and self-preservation and just growing with yourself, bro. You know what I mean?
I think the level that we're all trying to reach is a level of absolution.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people.
Self-actualization.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Because a lot of, like, I live in the energy now. Like, people say, like, so my ex used to tell me, like, so my son's mom used to tell me, you think you know everything. And it's not the fact that I know everything, it's the fact that I'm not afraid to go find it.
Exactly.
Right? And my thing is the fact that as a man and as a human being and as a dad, as a father, my goal is to be able to teach my son that it's okay to speak with absolution. Right? It's okay to be certain with who you are and where you're going. Right? And don't let anybody else waver you from that. And anytime you make a decision, you're making the decision because it's a decision that you want to make and not a decision that everyone else is hoping that you're going to make. Right? Because at the end of the day, when you're behind those four walls by yourself, you have to answer to you. Right? You got to answer to you and your spirit. Right?
You can't run from that.
You can't run from that. And that's one of the hardest things for people. And a lot of us will never reach. A lot of us, most of us will never reach that level.
And here's the thing. To know that is enough reason to try.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You might surpass where you're trying to go.
Huh?
You might surpass where you're trying to go once you come to the realization
to know that everybody
of what it is.
won't do that is enough reason to be like,
exactly.
Well, I'm gonna go see. That's why I said I want to see what my highest self is. I want to know just how much I could get out of this life. I want to know how good it could get.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna do the work and find out.
Absolutely, and it's going to require certain circumstances.
What I say, Rich, it ain't gonna work if you don't work it right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna work if you don't work it, bro.
It's going to require certain sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifices that you be like, oh shit. You know, them sacrifices to where like everybody else then went on a vacation or went to a movie or went shopping. We done spent family time together and everybody got these hee hee ha ha moments and memories. Oh, shit, I wish you were there. Damn, I wish I was there too. But I had to do something that I felt like was going to solidify where I'm wanting to go in life.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, you still have to find that balance between your goal and your family and just really balancing it all out so you won't miss too many memories. You're going to miss them regardless, right? Whether you sick, whether you sick or you busy.
Yeah.
But the reality is the fact that no matter what you do in life, make sure that when you pass, when you die, right? When you can't create memories anymore, the ones that you have created matter. The ones you have created can stand the test of time, right? And people can look back on your life and their life and say, well, shit, Teri Hearte, she made an impact on my life that no one has ever made. Mm-hmm. JB has made an impact on my life that no one else has ever had on my life. Yeah. I want people to be at my funeral saying, Richie Ray, oh, that man there. You know what I'm saying? Because your goals and your dreams are the way you leave your legacy.
We talked about it about 2 months ago? Yeah. Living longer, dead than alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, like,
for real, bro. Like, that's the ultimate goal, to live longer than when you're alive, when you're dead.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta maximize on the time you have available, because you don't know how much time and people say people say life is too short because they haven't lived.
Bro, yeah. I tell them all the time. I'm telling them, like, hey, good morning, let's maximize, let's capitalize. Yeah. We don't borrow time.
Life is it's so, when you think about it, it is really so long. And it's like, think about all the time you wasted. Yeah. You was here too long to have done nothing.
Absolutely.
The world, no matter how much traveling you do in a lifetime, you will never see a fraction of how much world there is to actually see.
Absolutely. I done seen the world 3 times, bro, the Marine Corps, from here to there, and still ain't been where I want to go.
And when and realistically, you still ain't been nowhere.
Ain't been nowhere.
You ain't been nowhere.
I'm telling them, bro, ain't been nowhere. And
that's a crazy thought.
I know a little about a lot, but I don't know a lot about a little. You know,
there's no way to possibly see everything there is to see, so you might as well see as much of it as you can.
Of course.
And I think that goes back into just like our comedy careers too, and entertainment, just anything, is you will never do everything there is to do, so you might as well do as much as you can. Just do it like Nike.
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely.
That's true.
So.
Absolutely. Teri, you are phenomenal.
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh shit! Don't do that. Don't dumb yourself down. Don't do yourself like
I'm
that.
Just a regular tell you all the time. Girl from Mississippi.
I'm a regular boy from Alabama, but people tell me otherwise, so I got to go with it. You know what I mean?
You know where y'all from?
We
I'm from Fort Worth. I don't think that brings any excitement to anybody.
Shit, I'm not from Fort Worth. When I first got to Dallas, bro, to Texas, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, my eyes was big because I had a big playground. Yeah. Don't nobody know me. Yeah. I get to do what I want to do. I get to really it's a hustler's playground out here, bro. If you got hustle about yourself, you in Texas, and you ain't making no money, something wrong with you.
Absolutely. You lazy as hell.
You feel me, bro? I tell niggas all the time, you need a job, come to Texas. They steady fixing on roads.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Highway 35 been fucked up 10 years. Shit. They still ain't got it right.
All the way up to Canada.
Telling you, bro. For real. It ain't no excuse, bro. If you want it, it's out there to go get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So what would be your death? You said you want to take over the world.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be the greatest entertainer of all time.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you?
It looks like writing, directing, producing, starring in, owning. It looks like as much of it that you could possibly do, I've done. That's what it looked like. And I've done it well.
Okay.
And I've taught other people to do it.
So can I be in the show? Can I act with you?
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make my reach as long as possible. See, a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you guys seen that episode or that reel. I had my boy Willie on.
I ain't watched the whole thing.
And that's cool. That's fine. And on my show, I said I didn't really have many good memories growing up. Mm-hmm. Right? But my son will. Mm. And that's one of the biggest things that is going to be that's going to be one of the most important things for me in order to be able to show my son that no matter where you come from, no matter what challenges you've run into, no matter what obstacles you've had to overcome, you can make it to where you want to be. And although those are just words, it's easier said than done. Mm-hmm. But in reality, you can do it. Some people's journeys are harder than others. Let's just be frank, right? And it can be harder because of the decisions that you've made in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be the main thing. Decisions.
That does be the main thing. But sometimes sometimes it's not even the decision that you've made. It's just the life that you're born into.
In your input,
for real.
Your input,
your circumstances.
But your input don't determine your output, though.
No, absolutely. You
know what I'm saying?
You said your input doesn't
determine your output. It doesn't.
Do tell.
I'm about to say I thought it would.
My input, where I'm from, like I didn't have nobody to look up to. Drug dealers, junkies. You know what I mean? So I'm in the environment, but I'm like, I don't want to be like these people.
Yeah.
So it's like I gotta put something out there where it's gonna make me look better, project better.
But to counteract what you said, wouldn't your input determine your output? Because if you didn't make the decision to make a change, or if you didn't make a conscious decision in order to be like, this is not what I want, right?
Right.
Your output would have been different.
But I'm saying environment wise, where you're born and put into.
What's input into? What's
what you're born into?
Well,
yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But decisions decisions you make gonna determine your output 10 years from now.
Life is just a compilation of decisions.
I'm just saying like what you're born into. Like you're born into the situation don't mean that you got to be like that.
Of course,
yeah, most definitely.
Man, growing up with my family, right? Let's be honest. We all pretty much got the same story. Alcoholics, drug users,
drug dealers,
gang bangers. You feel me? Absentee fathers, single mothers, in some cases, single fathers and absentee mothers. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, man, I had to realize I would really be observing individuals in my family like, damn, and I'm 7, 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Damn, I don't want that life.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that. I need something better. And so for me, for a long time, and I've said this on other shows too, on my other episodes, but I haven't said this since I've actually started this platform. Growing up, I was the only person in my family with my last name.
Damn.
Right. My granddad's name is Richard. My name is Richard, but my last name comes from my dad. Mm-hmm. Which is Gibbs. I met my dad when I was 26 years old. And I've always felt like an outcast in my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That should have shut off, put a shield over you, bro.
Yeah, it definitely did. I felt like an outcast for the longest. I felt like I was adopted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can only say that because growing up, I've seen, my siblings, go off with, there are other parts of the family. You feel me? And I was at home.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, well, damn. Who loves me?
Yeah.
Because even though my mom's side of the family, growing up, my mama wasn't the type of mom that said, I love you. She was more so focused on
survival.
See, my mama had me when she was 17. The only thing she knew was survival. My mama she's always worked 2-3 jobs. And I'm 31, about to turn 32. She still got 2 jobs. So growing up, having men, the examples of men in my family that I had, alcoholics, drug addicts, drug dealers, in and out of jail, women beaters. So I guess I go into that to say that as a message to everybody that's listening to the show today is the fact that no matter where you come from and your circumstances, if you make the conscious decision in order to be better than where you started, because necessarily where you start doesn't mean that's where you're going to finish unless you decide to finish there.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So don't allow where you start to determine your future.
Yeah. For sure.
Now your foundation, you can, but I'll tell you this: no matter what, appreciate, no matter how ugly your foundation is, appreciate it.
Yeah.
That can always be remodeled though.
It can always
That's for
be
sure.
remodeled.
For sure. I've always been labeled the black sheep in my family. Like, the odds are definitely stacked against me, and people keep wondering how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Grace of God.
How is she doing this?
Code.
So who's the biggest inspiration in your life? Not famous, but who is the person in your life that when you do something, you think of them first?
Well, both my parents actually, which they both have passed.
Damn.
So it was always them, but now more so because I'm like, everything's bittersweet, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel Meg the Stallion on that. Like every great accomplishment is still this moment of like, damn, I can't call home.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but it will be them. Like I still can make you proud even though you're not here no more.
Yeah.
And I wanna get to where I always said I want to be.
Absolutely.
You know, so I can be like, I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told y'all I was gonna do it.
But you're an extension of them though, so
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Good. So if you only had one wish, if you were granted a single wish, what would it be? What would you wish for?
No.
It goes to goddamn world domination. Begin the brain.
World domination.
world domination. Can't lose with that.
Well, you know, wishes they come with stipulations. Certain things you're not allowed to wish for. You know,
That's like some Pet Cemetery shit.
Man.
you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
even in movies and stuff, they tell you that like
Yeah.
you can wish,
sacrifice.
but you can't. It's certain things you're not allowed to wish for. Like you know,
Bring it back, sir.
you can't mess with free will.
Yeah.
You can't mess with like love because you know, and you can't bring people back. So I guess the only thing I could wish for is to be, you know, to have everything I ever dreamed of.
Okay.
That one wish, just to, and to be able. Hey, look. Can you put an "and" on your wish?
No, that's technically too. Do you want to revise your wish?
Well, because I don't want to. Look, you gotta be specific because like you can wish for the stuff, you can have everything you want to have, right? But it only lasts a day, and then it's like, oh, but I had it. Well, the wish was fulfilled. So when I get everything I want, when I pray, I always ask God to equip me with everything I need to maintain it. Like I don't want to get it and then lose it.
Yeah.
I don't want fame to happen so fast that I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people that screw me over.
Man.
I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have a certain type of discernment and have good judging character. Like, I want to be able to make decisions for myself. Like, so when I ask for everything that I dream of, I want it to be done properly. I don't want it to be short-lived. I don't want it to be tainted. Because the devil give you blessings too.
Yeah, he do.
They do. But that's a good one, though. You would have wished for everything to be done properly.
Mm-hmm.
And in due timing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That just makes sense, man.
So, without the title of comedian, right? Without the name Teri Hearte.
Oh.
Without the title of being a Black woman, who are you in essence?
I'm a big ball of energy. I'm the light of the world.
Okay. Is that it?
Do you want me to keep going?
Hey, however you want to say it. Because the reason why I love asking that question is because a lot of people, when I ask people, who are you? For the first thing they actually start saying is titles. Mm-hmm. Titles that's been put upon them. And titles that they've selected or it's titles that they've been given at birth. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think it's important for people to understand that you are not those titles. Yeah. Who are you in your rawest form? Who are you without all the labels? Right. And I love asking people that question so other people can understand. The audience that's listening can understand. damn, I am an individual.
Yeah.
Without these labels. But even if I don't know who I am, it's okay for me to go search for who I am. Right. And it's never too late to go search for who you are.
I agree.
Without putting all those titles on. it. So other than that, if there was any advice that you can give to somebody that was pursuing anything in their life that was of the utmost importance, something that they wanted to fulfill before they died, what kind of advice would you give them on being able to pursue and not chase?
Oh, how to pursue and not chase. I like the way you frame that, because there's definitely a difference, as we know. There's a distinct difference, right, JB?
JB ain't listening.
Big distinct. I'm listening.
He over there like,
I'm listening though.
I think pursuing versus chasing. So here's the advice I'm gonna give you: is you have to wholeheartedly believe that you deserve whatever it is you're trying to do. That is how you pursue.
Okay. So it was crazy. I used to tell myself every morning, I deserve what I desire because I desire what I demand. Oh no, I deserve what I desire because I demand. Damn it. Shit. It's somewhere along those lines, but it was something.
You don't say it no more. You should say it. But you don't say
yeah,
it.
because when I moved into a whole nother energy, I didn't need that affirmation anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it's something that was instilled in me at this point. Right? It's not something I need to tell myself anymore. It's something that I just wholeheartedly believe within the essence of who I am. Right? I desire what I demand, and I demand what I desire. And okay, cool. So Ken, did you have a video for us today?
I haven't done.
And it's okay if you don't.
But
it's okay.
I wanted to look at this Kanye.
Suspect in battery investigation after he grabs, tosses photog's phone. I've never heard of a photog before, but
you
okay.
Haven't?
No. See, girl, hey, listen, I do a podcast. I'm not looking at everything on the internet. So that's really that is Kanye.
That's him.
Yeah, I guess they found him.
That's that nigga.
Not they found him, but somebody spotted him and was like, "This Kanye West."
Oh, that's that insane one.
So basically, this lady was recording Kanye. It was nearby one of his child. What's her name? Nori. Northwest. She had a basketball game, and this person was following Kanye's car, recording him, and then Kanye confronts the person.
Y'all ain't gonna run up on me like that. If I say stop,
I wasn't running.
If I say it ain't running,
I wasn't
stop with
running.
your cameras.
I know, but
Stop with
Kanye,
your
you're a
cameras.
celebrity.
Oh.
We were there for you.
Destruction of pride.
I guess for me, yeah, he could have handled that situation a whole lot better. But I get it though, right?
Why you follow me though?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna become a savage when my child is involved.
I think that was probably the nicest thing.
It is.
That could have been a very dangerous situation.
It could have been. And then you've gotta, if you haven't paid attention to, if you have been paying attention to tabloids, internet, whatever the situation is, you're going to understand Kanye is going to do whatever the fuck
he want to do.
Kanye wants to do. And for me being a father, there is nothing. If I'm famous,
you follow me,
you follow my child.
I'm putting the BGs on you, the bodyguards,
bruh. Listen, bro. I commend Kanye because, bro, it's just a phone.
Yeah,
they could be replaced.
I can buy you a million phones.
I can buy you a phone.
I can buy you a million phones. Like if you gonna sue me, there's no.
The phone probably not. Let's go get it. It's probably not even that messed up. He probably threw it in the grass.
She looked like she still had an iPhone 10. That phone worth $500 now.
And for the record, he threw that phone, but somebody else was still recording from it.
Still recording from another phone. So
and her excuse was you're a celebrity.
And
what is that? That's so.
And
the entitlement of fans is crazy. Like, just because they're a celebrity don't mean
But
they're
just,
not entitled to privacy.
They
just
still
because
human.
she following you don't mean she a fan.
Exactly. They still
Right.
human. I don't know who it was.
They be
following.
trying to set you up. Put your life in jeopardy.
People nowadays just want that clout and be able to, oh, look.
I'm going to clout you.
And now you look stupid.
I'ma
You got
clout
your
you.
phone through by
Extremely
Kanye
stupid.
I'm going to
West.
clout you.
And you know what? The phone still may be working. She probably got out the car.
Get out the car and see.
And I'm pretty sure. She looked like she had a pretty thick case. I don't know.
She said, Siri, where are you? I'm over here.
My Siri be doing that
My
too.
Siri do that.
As Siri says it as she's being thrown.
Yeah.
He threw me
What?
far. Why'd you let him throw me?
I left my phone in the shower one day and I was like, Siri, where are you?
I'm over here.
I'm in here.
You know what I realized about Siri? Siri is probably one of the most frustrating women in my life.
Hey, Siri.
Because she really only hear whatever the fuck she wants
She
to
do
hear.
got to, that bitch got selective hearing.
And she does. She
do.
responds to you whenever the fuck she feels
She
like it.
do.
I'll be like, God damn it.
Mine mad at me. She ain't said nothing.
Yeah, she like, he a
What
hoe.
you say? What you say to ask her?
I was going to let the police pull me over.
And what she do?
Michael Collier said something about it. It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to record. And
Hey
do that.
Siri. The police are pulling me over.
She's like, you'll be all right.
Yeah, see?
Hey, Siri.
Michael Collier
She
lied.
said, I'm not sure I
The
understand.
police are pulling me over. Oh, I'm not sure I understand.
That's what mine said.
Yeah.
She must know we black.
Michael Collier said that it's an app on Siri. You say Siri, I'm getting put over by the police. It's gonna record. I did that shit. I do not understand what you're saying. I said, nigga, you set me up for failure.
Absolutely.
That's crazy that she says that, though.
Yep.
I'm not sure I understand.
Shit.
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm just vibing with people, man, things tend just to roll over and spill over. You know what I'm saying? But Terry, I want to say thank you for coming on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I know that, you know, the primary reason why you came had nothing to do with me. However, I'm happy that I was able to reap the benefits of your presence.
Oh.
And I really hope that that all my listeners and all my audience that's growing really learned something from you today and really and really wanted to be in your journey with you, right?
Thank you.
That's the whole goal of my show. My whole show is to help people buy into you and really understand who you are so they can fall in love with you that much more.
Thank you.
Right? So let me ask you this. So where can people find you and follow you on social media?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Teri Hearte. That's TeriHearte on Instagram, on TikTok, and go to my YouTube channel, Teri Hearte TV.
Teri Hearte
I
TV.
vlog my daily life. You can see me every day.
Daily life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
And this is my first podcast interview
Really?
Yeah.
Ever or just this year?
ever.
That's the first time for everything, isn't it? I feel so blessed. Hey, Ken, I want to say thank you, man, for doing such a great job for us tonight as well. I know that it was a late show, and I truly appreciate you for being a trooper and a champ and making it happen for us tonight.
You know I got you, man.
I really appreciate you. And with that said, and JB, I want to thank you for coming back on the show
I
as well.
appreciate you for having me, though.
Although the goddamn show wasn't about your black ass.
Hey, man. I
But-
couldn't help it, man. Had to tune in.
But it's cool, man. I truly appreciate your energy, man. Every time you come on the show, although this is your second time, I appreciate everything that you always have to say
Bro, I appreciate you.
and your unique viewpoints.
It'll be like Vlad TV for me. So every time I'm in Dallas, I gotta come
You gotta
do
come
the show.
down here, yeah, more
Hey,
different.
what's the name of my show, Terry? She don't even
Yeah, I do know. It's Richard Ray Uncensored show.
Bam. That's it. And
Yes,
with
it,
that
Jack.
being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Richard Ray Uncensored Show, the podcast and the show that your friends and family continue and keep and will forever talk about. And remember, when you listen in, share, love. I don't say like, but I need you to share and love so more people can share and love. Until then, and until next time, see y'all soon.
Bye.
Peace.